Hey, what's happening, guys? Doug here, back again. This time we're on Payload Badwater, a staple map in TF2, one of my all-time personal favorites. In the background here, gonna be seeing me playing some fully default Demoman, probably my favorite class to play in the entire game. Gonna be rocking the default pipes, default stickies, and the bottle as well. I saw that spy at the very beginning. I thought he was going to walk through the tunnel, so I thought I'd just lob on over and kill him. I also saw that little suspiciously slow scout behind the rock, so lob a couple stickies over there and pick up those two spy kills before they can infiltrate the base. So what are your guys' thoughts on Payload? That's what I really wanted to kind of dive into at the beginning of this video. I think that Payload's probably the best game mode for casual 12v12. I think it caters really well to every class in the game in some capacity, and the advantage that it has over attack and defend is they're often seen as pretty comparable kind of game modes, and even 5CP as well to some extent is you do happen to get steamrolled on the first point. You've at least got a few more chances on red to kind of dust yourself off and get a good defense going onto the next point, so you don't really see a massive amount of just flat out rolls from start to finish with Payload, and if you do, it's more so to do with a real lack of team balance rather than a game type flaw. Whereas, you know, in CP and attack and defend, a lot of the time it's just really choke point heavy, and you just end up chain feeding through for 8 to 20 minutes depending on what map you're playing. So if I'd have to make one complaint about this map, I mean, everyone loves Badwater. It's hard to really find a more popular map. Maybe Upward, you know, Two Fort, I guess you could say is more popular, but this is definitely one of the more beloved maps. But if I had to make one complaint about the map, it would just be the insane sniper sightlines on almost every point. I mean, it's a common theme across all the popular single stage Payload maps, probably with the exception of Borneo, which is a little bit more close quarters. But of course, you've got your staples, your Swiftwater, Upward, Snowy Coast, Badwater, obviously, Frontier. These are all maps. As we're just going to pause that for a moment and watch this guy get absolutely destroyed. See you later. And I lost my train of thought now. It's too hype over there shot. I mean, those are all maps that spring to mind that have massive sniper sightlines. They're all super sniper dominated. They're all super sniper dependent, and one good sniper, if they're not counter sniped or dealt with, can actually pretty much shut down an entire casual server. But fortunately, you don't often see a sniper in pubs that are good enough to actually do that, so it doesn't come into play too much. And I think people just really appreciate the room to move around, where you're not just funneled through a Dust Bowl last choke point for 20 minutes, and you can actually, you know, do something and have a little bit of breathing room. And I'll tell you what, guys, this is about a 10-minute gameplay. We're going to be moving on to defense next, and this offense. Sorry, we're playing defense at the moment, but this defense was a little bit of a roll. I don't even think they ended up capping the first point. No, they didn't. But offense is going to be a lot more interesting. Majority of the video is going to be us playing offense, and they had a few good snipers that were really shutting us down. But you know, this is about my 9th or 10th video. I've been doing this for about 2 weeks, I think now. I think I uploaded my first video at the beginning of August, and I gotta say, it's a lot of fun. It's really new to me. It's really hard to, I guess, talk for, you know, 10 minutes straight. I don't know how these guys are making these 30-minute, 1 hour, God forbid, like 3-hour long videos. And I understand, you know, people use scripts and whatnot, but I'm not really using scripts. I'm trying not to. I think that I sound way too robotic when I use scripts. Maybe I just need to get a little bit better at writing them, but I just cannot believe, my brain just doesn't comprehend how people can you know, just talk like this for 3 hours and not get boring and not run out of things to say. But you know, so far having a heap of fun with it, and just a little bit of an update on what's been happening with us in TF2. Me and the boys were just fortunate enough to win the Oz Fortress main season for season 37. It was an amazing final. We actually came all the way back from the losers bracket, I think it was. I think we only just managed to scrape into the quarterfinals by the skin of our teeth, and everyone just really pulled it together and played really, really well in the quarterfinal games. And I'm not gonna lie, I counted us out in the semi-final. I was not confident at all that we were gonna beat the guys that we beat in the semi-final. They were really, really strong team, just a bunch of good guys, both in the game, and not that I've met any of them, but it seems like they were cool outside of the game as well. But we played them a little bit earlier on in the season, in some of the first weeks, and we got absolutely rolled. It was not even close. We lost both maps. It was the best out of 3. I don't even think we won a single round. It was an absolute just rolling, and we didn't have a whole lot of confidence, but we were just mainly in there to have a bit of fun, as this heavy gets absolutely blown up. This scout as well. Nice little prediction. That's how you know you played too many hours, when you just know how fast every character moves between through walls. But yeah, we didn't really go into the semi-final with a huge amount of confidence, but ended up getting a really convincing win in the semi-finals. I don't even think we lost a single round in the best of 3, and the team that we beat in the grand finals was definitely the favourite. We were well, I won't speak for the other boys, but I was not confident at all that we were going to get that. And look, they were a bit vocal. The other team, they were pretty vocal, or some of their players were pretty vocal, pretty publicly about they thought that it was going to be a very easy win. And I think the community kind of agreed with them. And our team's mainly made up of my IRL, my real life mates, and we were just having a bit of fun. And a couple of the boys in the team were new that season. It was their first season, but we saw a lot of improvement. And when final day came, we actually lost the first map. It was a best of 3, and we got absolutely destroyed. We got out strategized, we got out DM'd, we got out mechanicked, we got out everything. But we ended up coming back on the second and the third map and completely swept both of those maps. We did not lose. We got absolutely destroyed in the first map, and then we came back and we didn't even lose a single round in the last 2 maps. And in the second map, I believe it was 5 CP, and I believe they only capped about 4 points in the entire game. It was just a really good showing from the boys. All super proud of them. Our Roma put in big work, big damage, was getting really good flanks. Our Demoman, it was his first season, and he's been putting in a lot of work. He's been on the games every day. He's been doing the jump maps. So yeah, just a really, really good, proud moment to kind of come back as underdogs there, when we were kind of ruled out by everyone, and probably for good reason as well. So yeah, always a really, really good feeling. And I think I think our competitive scene. I don't know how that crit missed, by the way. That was just crazy, but it looked like it was right on top of him. But I'm not really sure what's happening overseas in the competitive scene. I don't really follow it at all. I like Banny. I watch Banny. This is the sniper that just keeps killing me, so I was like, I'm gonna go bottle him. I give him a bit of a nod, let him know. Look, I'm a big Banny fan. I've watched a lot of Banny. I really like Banny, so I kind of keep up with what he's doing a little bit, but not really following any overseas scene. But from what I can see in Australia and New Zealand and Australasia, I guess you could say, or see, I think things are really starting to pick up. I've noticed a lot of people that are much newer to the game, that have less than 1,000 hours or just over 1,000 hours, which is still super new to TF2, are showing a lot more interest in competitive. So that's really cool. I hope that we have another big season next season, and yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. If you if you're thinking about getting into comp TF2, it's awesome. I think it's an amazing time to do it right now. There's been, just so much action in my, from what I've seen, there's been just so much action, and it's a great time to, get a team together and have a crack. But guys, hope you enjoyed that gameplay. Like I said, not really trying to use scripts at the moment. Maybe I'll try a few with scripts now that I can talk a little bit better and just see how things go. But yeah, guys, really appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day.